Hi everyone, it's Jody from An Eye for Beauty, and today's weekly card reading is for the week of January 5th, 2020. Know that when you're looking at this message, that is when it is truly meant for you. So it may not be happening on the exact date that I just said, but that really doesn't matter. I'm just kind of dating the readings as I do them. But when you see the message is truly when you need to be hearing the message. So take that into account. We're going to do what we did last week, and we're going to look at 3 cards. We're going to do a 3-card reading, but I want you to take a moment and look at the cards and see which one is actually calling out to you. Card 1, card 2, or card 3. And when you look at that, as I'm turning the cards over, that message of one of those cards is really the one that is really significant for you, but we're going to bring everything together anyway as we turn over the cards. The cards have already been cleared and already been shuffled, but have not been turned over yet. And if I'm moving around a tiny bit, I apologize, but my tripod just broke, so I'm holding the phone in my hands. Okay, so let's begin, and we're going to start with card number 1. And card number 1 is Archangel Chamuel. And Archangel Chamuel is the archangel that comes through to help you with giving yourself love, self-love, and sending love out into the world. Archangel Chamuel really connects with the heart chakra and really helps you to offer compassion to yourself and compassion to others. When you're in relationships with others, it's a good idea to set boundaries, and Archangel Chamuel will help you with that, setting boundaries that are in your highest good and the highest good of the other person or people in the relationships. And Archangel Chamuel just wants to remind you, and it's based off of last week's reading, so it's kind of a continuation of where can you better serve yourself? Last week was about self-care. So far, we're turning the card over, and this week is about self-love. And when you can offer yourself love is when you can truly send love to others and send compassion to others. So if you find yourself needing a little bit of support in that department, or if you chose card number 1 as your main card, call upon Archangel Chamuel to really help you with that. Archangel Chamuel comes through, the color of light is pink. So if you close your eyes and you take your inner gaze up to the point between the eyebrows, which is your third eye chakra, and you see a hint of pink, that is your sign that Archangel Chamuel is working with you. And remember to give your Archangel permission to help, to guide, and to support you. All right, so we're going to turn over card number 2. And card number 2 says release. Let go and focus on what is positive and uplifting. So if we look at the cards together, what we're seeing is that first we have to call in this archangel to help, guide, and support us. We might need a little more support in the department of giving and offering ourselves self-love, and then sharing that with anybody else in your relationships, in your immediate circle, because there must be something that you're holding on to and that you're resisting letting go of, which brings us to the second card, which is release. So what can you release into the universe? What can you transmute into the heavens, offer up to God and to the angels, whoever your creator is, and where can you make more space as you release, because you want to bring in more positive and let go of negative. So what do you need to release? That's something to ask yourself. And if you chose card number 2, it's really important for you to take the time to notice how you feel. Maybe you have feelings of anger or feelings of resentment. What is it that you need to release? Is it something on a physical level? Is it weight? Is it a weight on a physical level, or is it weight on an energetic level? Maybe you're holding on to stuff. If you have shoulder pain, you're holding on to burdens. So these are just examples of things in which you can release. And really, this card is basically asking you, where in your life can you release something? Maybe it's a limiting belief. Maybe it's something physical, but something that you are ready to release and let go of so that you no longer have to hold on to it. Remember that you are not doing life alone. Yes, it might seem like it at times, but we have hidden help all around us. And all we have to do is call in that team of guides of light and love. That's what you always want to say, divine white light spirit guides. You want to bring in all the lightness and all of the guides to help and support you along this journey. Okay, so that's card number 1, card number 2, and now we're going to look at card number 3. And card number 3 says, discernment, follow your intuition. This is a great reading. And it really does piggyback off of last week's reading. Not that they always do, but in this particular case, they do. Because as you're on that spiritual path, and if you watched last week, you'll remember that spiritual path is the future. And now we're going on that spiritual path and we're looking at, where do I need to offer myself more love? Where do I need to send out more love and compassion? Where do I need to release what is no longer serving me? Where can I let go? And finally, when you're on that spiritual path, that's when you're tapping more into your intuition and time to use discernment more than ever. So many times we get a gut feeling or just a knowing, or you might even have a vision. You might see something in the future, but you don't trust it. But this card is telling you it is time for you to be a little more discerning in who you hang out with, who you surround yourself with, what you surround yourself with. You know, maybe it's like certain types of music you're listening to that is very low vibrational. The food you eat might be low vibrational. The things you're watching. It's time to really use discernment and say, where do I feel uplifted? Because where I feel uplifted is where I need to put more time and energy into, relationship-wise, physically, where you go, what kind of food you eat. So those are the kinds of examples you want to begin to start using discernment for in your life. So this is a great spread, and it helps you to continue on the journey, the spiritual journey that you're on. It is January 5th, 2020. This card reading is for that week, and I hope that this message served you. If you have any questions, always reach out. You can send me a private message or you can send me an email, and I wish you a great week. Bye-bye.